This is the biggest year yet for the Camden International Film Festival here in Maine. It is celebrating its 20th anniversary. The festival begins on September 12th and runs through the 15th. With us here to talk about this special year is Sean Flynn, Program Director for the festival. Thanks for coming in. Good to have you here.
Thanks so much for having me.
So what are you guys doing to celebrate this special year?
Well, so much. I mean, first and foremost, we have an amazing program of films from all over the world, 31 feature films, 23 shorts. We have a VR installation and lots of just kind of discussions with artists and audiences from all over.
That's one of the neat things that you do at this festival is you bring in the filmmakers from all over the world, and they're here. People get to see the movies and then talk to the filmmaker.
Exactly, yeah. Almost every feature film that we're screening will have a Q&A with the director afterwards, in some cases even with the participants and the protagonists of the film that you'll see on screen.
All right, let's take a look at some of the films that you're going to be presenting, and we'll begin with one called Agent of Happiness. This one is set in Bhutan, and it's about a guy who travels around the country surveying people about how happy they are.
Luxury गाडी भन्दैमा के खुसी हुन्छ काकी पेल्जोम याची गागो में हा 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 बेबे अच्छे गागो में.
Well, so this is a really special film for us because part of what we do with the festival is we also support emerging filmmakers and help them develop their projects. And so this team actually came through one of those programs a few years ago and pitched this project when it was still just an idea. This film is a road movie. It's a buddy film. It's also a love story, and it really kind of delves into these ideas of what does it mean to be free, to be happy, to live in a society that supports well-being.
I should have mentioned off the top that the Camden International Film Festival presents documentaries and only documentaries. Another one that you'll be screening is called Patrice the Movie, and all one has to do is watch the first 25 seconds of the trailer to get an introduction to this remarkable woman.
Hi, my name is Patrice. I am a totally cool person with a disability who could do most anything, with the exception of bungee jumping, pyrotechnics, and uber dangerous stunts, because then I need a stunt double for that.
This is a story that is a love story, but also then takes you on a different kind of ride. It's really remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this is, the filmmakers describe it as a rom-com, a documentary rom-com, which is, I think, the first time I've ever seen that, but it really is this incredible story of a romance, but it's also a story about what it means to live with a disability in this country and some of the frontiers of issues like marriage equality and the ways that they're running up against policies that make it harder for them to exist in this partnership.
One more film, it's called No Other Land, about the displacement of a Palestinian community in the West Bank by the Israeli government. This is a powerful piece of work, isn't it?
It really is, and actually it's made by 2 Israeli and 2 Palestinian filmmakers, and that's what's so remarkable about this film is 2 of those 4 co-directors are actually the protagonists of the film, Yuval and Basil, and so partly it's about this friendship that they develop in the course of trying to document this displacement of this community, Masafer Yatta, and their attempts to build this relationship of solidarity, but also the limitations of that. Because of the kind of power structure that's been created around the Israeli occupation of the West Bank.
The screenings of all these movies will be taking place in Camden and Rockland from Thursday through Sunday, and then the online component runs from September 16th to the 30th, and people can see any or all of the movies that way, right?
Not all of the films, but most of them. And the other thing that we're doing for the 20th is a whole retrospective of the last 19 years of the festival. People will be able to see some highlights from 2 decades of documentary storytelling and really just take in the incredible history of all these films.
You should be proud of what you guys have achieved over the last 2 decades. Sean, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Again, it's the Camden International Film Festival. It runs from Thursday through Saturday. The online part, again, the second half of the month. Details on all of that in the 207 section of our app or website. Stick around. We'll return in just a moment.